is good and doesn't happen again. But damn, I really like the story right now. It's completely blind, nothing's different or... The controls are a little bit wonky. I hope I don't experience a lot of crashing. But overall, it's a pretty solid game, I gotta say. Just a little bit here and there, but I think just because I think it's a new company. Probably their first game. But overall, for being a first game, it's doing a pretty good job.
Now, who's that rope for, Miss Dunn?
Okay, cool.
Weekly.
I got you, fam. I saved
What
you.
the hell are you doing here?
Hey, look! Isn't that Cassidy?
Cool.
Don't change the subject, you sad little...
Why don't we...
Can I just skip it? Anyways, let me just go here real quick. I want to see this. Not profitable case, or in this case, talkative. Clumsy, student, tight, upright, cool. I like how they have that feature too, where it's like, well, how you play your game.
settle this over ice cream, huh, John? Just like in the good old days.
How did you get up here? I don't want anyone to see you.
I'm gonna make a deduction about the handwriting, cause like they have the same handwriting. I know for a fact it's the same handwriting. But so basically, they were together. She was more than just a cleaner, but she was.
Everyone, even the most hapless of creatures, has a gift. Something that makes them special, that makes them worth knowing. Foul-smelling Weekly is no exception. No matter what he does, it's impossible to stay mad at him for too long.
This bourbon shake is delicious. Want a taste?
You know I don't like milk.
Your loss. So, Joe Dunn hangs himself and leaves his gym to his daughter, which makes her the first woman to run a boxing gym, I think.
I don't think Dunn killed himself.
What? Do you have a suspect? Any leads?
No, it's just a hunch. Although... I haven't identified the murderer just yet. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's just a hunch. I wouldn't bet my life on it.
Yeah, I kind of was too
I've
bad
got
to
other
say someone.
suspects, like O'Leary, bookmaker.
Desmond O'Leary? The same O'Leary who used to date Helen Moore? America's sweetheart? Now that's a woman.
And then there's the Wallace. Who was that guy?
Come on. You've never heard of Frank Cassidy? The president of the Boxing Managers Association?
No, this is new
He's
to see
also
this.
Stone's agent, Bobby Yale's rival.
Hey, he might have a motive, right? He might know something about Dunn's death, right?
I decided to ask Weekly to investigate Cassidy. My reasons? Weekly was right. Cassidy could have had a motive to kill Dunn. Weekly had already proven to be nosy. The farther I kept him from the gym, the better. But with Weekly, You just never know what the best approach might be. Should I give him an order or a subtle suggestion?
Suggestion.
Yeah, you might be right about Cassidy. But, it won't be easy to make him talk. He seems like a pretty tough cookie. Only a thorough and efficient detective could pull it off. But the problem is, I already got enough on my plate.
You're a lucky man, John Blacksad.
I don't follow.
You just found the thorough detective you need.
Oh, of course. What a great idea. How did I not think of you?
Hey, don't sweat it. But you'll have to do me a favor. Tell Sonia Dunn that a legendary journalist from What's News wants an interview.
Weekly, please.
Well, if not, bye-bye, Cassidy.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Great. That's settled then.
I'll try. Because I really want to know everything about Cassidy. I'll keep my end of the deal. Am I good? I think, alright, yep.
So, was there really someone on the roof?
No one. I must be seeing things.
A hallucinating detective. This must be my lucky day.
Okay, bitch. I'm trying my best.
Dunn kept files on the gym's staff and clients. Name, address, and date of birth.
Two. Okay. You have a lot of cues.
Okay. Mary put the wedding ring in the envelope and wrote Sonia Dunn on it. But why did she have the ring in the first place? Were Mary Purnell and Joe Dunn an item?
Okay then, I guess we're not just chill over the book. Is that it?
Dunn kept files on the gym's
Okay.
staff and clients. Name, address, and date of birth. Miss Dunn, can I run a couple of questions by you?
If they'll help you find Yale, go ahead.
Nice and steady heartbeat.
Okay.
big, bright eyes. Looks well rested. Either she didn't mourn her father, or she really knows how to work that makeup.
Okay.
Did you and your father get along?
Let's just say our relationship got better when I left for Sunny University. An 8-hour drive from here.
Meaning?
I'll lay it out for you, Mr. Blacksad. My father, Joe Dunn, disappeared the day my mother died. He became a shell of himself. Joe Dunn, my legal guardian. A man who gave me food, shelter, clothing, and an education. And that's more than you need to know.
Okay.
What's in those papers you're going through?
Red tape.
Great. If you find something, please let me know.
I thought you were the detective. You do your job, and I'll do mine.
What can you tell me about Jake?
I thought you were friends. Guess I was wrong. He and my father were friends, so don't go down that road.
Did you get along with Bobby Yale?
Let's see.
Okay. Forget it.
I wouldn't give a damn about him if it weren't for this stupid Jim his stupid fight is supposed to save. Happy?
What do you think about Mary, the cleaning lady?
Can't say. I barely know her. And I'm not one who's quick to judge other people.
I saw you arguing with a guy named Cassidy. What did he want?
Remember the fight that needs to take place in order to save this Jim?
Well, Cassidy manages Yale's rival, Stone, the reigning champion.
If Bobby doesn't show up, he'll lose money. Maybe not a lot, but enough to care.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Anything that I can see over here? Oh, another one. Cool. Is that it?
I'd like to take a look inside that safe now. Could you give me the combination?
I'd love to help you, but my mother's birthday used to be the combination, but I already tried it.
Could you tell me your birthday?
Of course. March 6th.
And the year?
I'm 24, Mr. Blacksad. You do the math.
No luck. What if Mary's birthday is the combination to the safe?
Let's see. There we go. I should look at it and find for Mary's birthday.
And there it was, Mary's birthday, a week prior to that very day.
Huh. Let's see.
Seemed like a happy family.
It's not what I wanted, but cool. Come on. And it would be Mary's birthday. Yep.
A few bucks. Just petty cash. I never would have taken Dunn for a gun owner.
You open the safe?
Yeah, and I think you need to see this. Can you tell me what it says?
All right. I think this might be useful for the investigation, Mr. Detective. He left everything to me, except some boxing trophies and knickknacks that go to Bobby Yale.
When was it signed?
It was written 4 years ago, just weeks after I moved to Buffalo.
Do you think Bobby Yale read it before he disappeared?
Maybe.
All right. Thanks. I never asked about the gym's insurance.
That's exactly what I'm reading now. So far, it looks like your standard small business policy.
I think I know who had your mother's ring.
You do?
Mary Purnell. I think she was in love with your father.
Thank you. Thank you.
There was no secret.
There's something I never asked you about your father's will. Congratulations. You're one lucky lady.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
All right. Thanks. You see, I've got this friend. He's a journalist, and, the thing is, well, he would like to interview you.
Why?
A woman running a boxing gym? That's quite the story.
And how did this friend of yours find out, exactly?
Well, you know how these things...
I don't even want to hear you. I just hope you prove your professional worth before the day is over.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Mary had no fucking secret. Don't lie.
Dunn's room had quite a view.
Cool. Whatever.
Did you know Joe Dunn had a gun in his safe?
No way, man. He hated firearms. Although...
When Bobby Yale was a teenager, he went through a crazy phase. Even dropped out of the gym and joined the gang. Nothing serious. Early one morning, he broke in the gym. Joe was already here and caught him red-handed. Bobby pointed the gun at Dunn and ordered him to open the safe. So, Joe opened it and asked Bobby to put the gun aside, leave the gang, and start boxing again. I got here 5 minutes later and found Bobby crying like a baby in Joe's arms. Then he just stood up and put on his gloves.
Okay. No deduction. To be fair, it was never a secret that I knew. Or
He opened it during the war? That's odd.
it's so awkward. I don't think I should have told her. I kind of fucked that up, huh? I hope that doesn't bite me in the ass. I really hope it doesn't. Okay.
I know you're hiding something.
What?
You know what? You're the only woman who ever called Dunn Joey, except his late wife.
My goodness. I can't talk here. My shift is over in 10 minutes. Can you wait a while?
Can I get a refill over here, Mary?
Coming right up.
I should talk to Mary first before going to fucking the other bitch. Okay.
Mary Joe Dunn found in his golden years?
We'd been seeing each other for almost 2 years. It all started with... well... weekdays I start cleaning the gym at dawn, before my shift at the diner. Joey always came in early, just a little after I got there. He used to say it was the best time for the worst task of the day.
Oh, I know exactly what he meant. Did he help you clean?
No, poor Joey. I would never have allowed that. He did more than enough. Would even clean on my days off. Paperwork. He just hated it. But that was just him. Instead of putting off the things he couldn't stand, he did them as soon as possible. One morning, he saw me crying. I was having a rough day and...
He tried to make you smile.
He pointed at the coffee machine. You need a cup of joe and some fresh air. That was the first of many cups on the rooftop.
Okay.
Which is where Dunn seduced you.
That word is a bit too much, Mr. Blacksad. You might be too young to understand this, but real love has little to do with seduction. One day, we realized those rooftop coffees were the best part of our day. So we began to spend more time together.
But you never told anyone. Why did you keep it secret?
For Sonia's sake. She and Joey drifted apart after her mother's death. He was afraid that our relationship would only make matters
I already
worse.
told her, so.
Until one day, on the rooftop, we realized just how serious our relationship was. And we decided to turn those moments into a lifetime.
So he asked you to marry him.
Yes, of course. He gave me the wedding ring and we decided to tell the world. He said he needed to share that happiness with his little girl. Turns out, he wasn't that happy after all.
What about you? How did you feel about telling Sonia?
Maybe you already noticed, I have a slight cold. I really should be heading home.
Maybe you should cover your neck.
I lost my scarf a while back, not sure where. And now, if you'll excuse me, that's my bus stop. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Blacksad.
But...
Ready for me to... Oh wait, go all the way around. Cool.
Do you remember anything else about the day you found the thingamajig with the springs and the paint can?
Yeah, no. wait, yeah. Well, no, now that I think of it, no. Hey, pal, how about thanking a good-looking goat with a cigarette?
Pretty black in it. Sure.
Of course. Here you go.
Yeah, you think you're not responsible for my pathetic state? Think you're not to blame? It's the government that shipped me off to war.
They shipped me off too.
Oh, right. So then you know what it's like to kill, too. Well, then another sad hobo shouldn't be a problem for you, Professor.
Yeah, I killed people.
And yet, you don't want to help me die. Wait, but that's not what I wanted to say. Oh, well, you know we goats tend to jump from one thing to another. The government paid for everything. Army fatigues, rations, weapons, lodging at hookers, drugs. Do you know where that money comes from? The taxes! Your taxes, my dear friend. You help them cut my legs. They declare war every chance they get, so that the weapon industry that finances their campaigns gets richer and richer and richer. And that's how we finance their wars. So the slightest connection with corruption turns us into accomplices. Unless one manages to keep at arm's length. That is what I did, my loyal disciple, at the Million-Star Hotel. So, do like your master, the great...
Hey, what's your name? You never told me...
Guess he's just asleep. Okay then.
Smirnoff.
I think I have a new lead on the Dunn case. Dunn and the gym's cleaning lady were about to get married.
Great. Call What's News. They'll know what to do with such an incredibly interesting piece of information.
The combination on Dunn's safe was her birthday. He even gave her a ring. You know, your typical suicidal bliss.
Okay, I'm still not convinced, but I might have something for you.
Okay. What you got for me? I truly do wonder.
Life is often off-key, like a bad song. The notes come together but feel flat, unable to create anything resembling music. And yet, there are ways to string them together to create harmony. ways that are not always entirely in our hands.
Hmm. Alright, what you got for me,
You
Phil?
look tired, John.
You look pretty tired yourself.
Yep, I'm beat. I'm starving. Just got back from the annual police medical. Not only did I have to fast, but I also had to chug 2 enormous glasses of water. John, you alright?
I've had better days, and I'll have them again, I hope.
We both deserve to. The thing is, I'd love to help you out with this case, but I can't. You know I work for the state of New York. If I had any information, I couldn't share it with a private eye. Even if it was lying on top of this table.
You said you were starving. Why don't you go to the counter and order something?
Yeah, sure, good idea. If you'll excuse me.
Okay. 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 Hmm. 4 ring shape marks doesn't seem right. No, he was fighting someone.
Interesting.
Pretty sure.
Now that I think of it, I better eat at home. It's healthier.
Thanks.
Truth is, John, it all seemed clear to me before, but now... Please, promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
Sure, you can trust me. I give you my word.
All right. In any case, keep me posted, will you?
Okay. Have a good one,
Friend,
please.
you can count on it.
Take care, John.
As always, Smirnov had given me new, potentially relevant information. Not to mention second thoughts. When an old dog like him gets that serious, one must be prepared to bite.
Two deductions. Cool. What do I got? 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 I know something fishy. No. That's one of them. No. That's one of them. Cool. Okay. That was it. Fucking. God, it's gonna crash, isn't it? No.
I'm
Okay.
much taller than Dunn, and I can barely reach the noose. There's no way Dunn hanged himself. Not on his own, at least.
No, there's 2 more deductions I could do. Cool. Oh yeah, that works.
Bobby, yeah. I don't know if you had a motive to kill Dunn, but you certainly had the murder weapon.
Okay. 1 more left. No. No.
All right. Dunn punched a paint can, but why? Wasn't he calm and composed? That's just really weird. So he punched a paint can. Huh? Something new here? Come on, game. I really wish this game had better controls. Now I fully for sure know it's actual murder. But we don't know who killed him yet.
anything yet, fool. What am I doing now, though? Oh. No. Okay. I can't talk to her. Okay.
I'd prefer a yellow Cadillac, but I can't complain.
Don't tell me that's all you're gonna fucking say. Go somewhere, please.
I'd prefer a yellow Cadillac, but I
Okay.
can't complain.
What happens if I keep going left then? Hmm. I'm guessing you haven't found one thing yet. Okay. No, that's just fucking game itself. Okay. Okay. Is anything happening here again, or?
Just turned off the grill. You all got about 25 seconds to order your last burger before it goes cold, you bastards! Hey, if it isn't Miss, I'm so sorry. Well, I'm sorry too, because we ran out of sissy menus. Your dad and brothers ate them all. So, you got anything to say to Sam, little kitty?
I want a cheeseburger for a friend.
One cheeseburger for your boyfriend, coming right up. Come on, you bastards! Finish your meals and be gone. I'm closing in 5.
Okay.
I have to admit, I was hoping to get something in return for that first hamburger. But now I don't really know why I brought this. The cynics would say I did it all out of selfishness, just to feel better about myself. Who cares?
Where else did I go now? Can I talk to fucking Miss Bitch already? I'm sorry, the fucking daughter, tell you, it was a murder, dog. Your boy got murdered. I really wonder why they just let him do that. No one's here. Maybe that's why. That's probably why I couldn't talk to her, because she wasn't even there. Oh, I saw something.
Whose is that?
Mary Purnell.
You think she did this?
Buggy game, dude. It's a bit buggy, but what can I do? She lost her scarf, but it's up there. Makes no sense.
I don't even want to imagine Weekly falling from up here.
What are you next? It didn't really help. I'm trying to progress, but detective, right? Fuck. It's even here. No. I hate the fact that there's a fucking scarf there. It didn't even tell me that I see that there was anything there. Oh, this game is so fucking wonky now. Can I go through there now? Come on. This game's so goddamn broken. Doesn't even let me fucking move through the fucking... I'll go to main menu again, and then hopefully it just stops breaking. On the game itself, story-wise, everything, it's good. But man, is there so many little bugs, and it's just an unpolished game. Hopefully this just... Now it's black and white. What is this? Okay. Can I interact with you? No, I still can't. Cool. How about now? Whatever. Why did you go black and white? Why did it go black and white? Why did it just go black and white? Yeah, it goes from that black and white here.
Sonia's measurements stop at 18, and there's a gap in Bobby's between ages 15 and 17.
What's going on? I don't know what's going on with the color. But I really find it really weird that it's just, oh, right here it's only fucking black and white.
I don't know why. Something just doesn't add up.
Yeah. Anything else, my partner? Alright. Okay. There's more stuff here, huh? Okay.
Smells like paint. The proud South.
Okay. Polar bears. Anything that's Arctic white. Huh.
Bastards.
They probably didn't take too kindly to fucking... Oh, it's just just going back to Arthur Tucker. First off, why would you hire a fucking racist cunt to your gym? That's one thing. There you go. Get this one in. This looks broken into. There's
Of
nothing.
course.
No.
Arthur Tucker painted the racial slur on Yale's locker.
But so the bat you're just going to ignore.
Not all folks are as open-minded as Dunn. I happen to know who painted the lockers. Arthur Tucker.
I knew it. I knew it was him, that bastard. I'm gonna whip the white out of him.
Really, you're not gonna tell me anything on Arthur White or Arthur Tucker order? Yeah, no, okay. Maybe Sonia can tell me what's going on with him. Hopefully. I'm getting a cold case right now. Don't go black. Why is it black and white? I'm gonna need details, Sonia. Just being a bitch.
Sonia's measurements stop at 18, and there's a gap in Bobby's between ages 15 and 17.
Okay then.
I'd prefer a yellow Cadillac, but I can't complain.
Let me see. Mm. Come on. This is really just to get into the locker again. Oh.
What the hell? Jay, give me one good reason not to smash in your face.
Okay.
What the hell are you doing in my locker?
Come on, man. We're friends. Calm down.
Friends don't spy on each other.
Get off me.
Sometimes, John, I can just punch you.
Jeez. So you were sure Leary too.
Why do you have that pen, Jake? What mess are you in?
Yo, I'm about to fucking get my shit rocked right now.
Damn. I'd forgotten that Jake used to work for Natalia. This proves I was right. It's too soon to move on.
Cool. Ah. That's what I wanted. Cool. So you are surely two now. Okay. It's almost time before I make sure I have everything. Yeah, whatever. So Jake works for O'Leary, okay.
Okay, Jake.
I told you.
Desmond O'Leary.
Huh?
I know you work for him.
Now you're just making stuff up. Why would you say that?
I saw the shamrock in your locker. I know what it means.
Okay, let's say you're right. So what? What are you gonna do, huh?
I could tell your friend Sonia. Does she know?
Don't you dare. All right. You win, pussycat. Business isn't going that well lately. Natalia was my last well-paying job. And it's been a while. Then O'Leary shows up and offers me a bodyguard contract. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah, I understand.
Seriously, you don't seem like the type to accept shady offers.
I've done things like that, and worse, that I'm not proud of them. This very morning, for example.
Hey, O'Leary might run an illegal gambling operation, but it's not like he's killing people or conning widows. And I'm just a bodyguard. I make sure no one gets hurt. What I do, including my contract and paycheck, is 100% legal. How bad can that be?
Yeah, you're right. The fact that his business is illegal doesn't turn you into a criminal. We're only accountable for our own actions. But that's not what bothers me. I know you're covering up O'Leary's role in Joe Dunn's death.
Huh? O'Leary? No way. I mean, I don't think so.
Jake, please.
Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it now. I was here the day Dunn died.
Go on.
I had to take care of some business for O'Leary. He makes me wear the shamrock when I work for him. I left the damn thing in my locker.
Say no more. You came in the back door.
How did you... Yeah, that's it. Joe had mentioned he'd been painting that afternoon, but I forgot. I stopped in my tracks when I saw him screaming bloody murder at Bobby Yale at the top of the scaffold.
What exactly was he saying?
Something like, if you do that, I'll call off the fight and make sure you never set foot in this gym again. I didn't want them to see me, so I left.
Jake, why didn't you tell me?
I thought you'd be pissed off.
Well, you were wrong.
I'm sorry, John. I should have said something.
You should have. Let's just say you owe me one, all right?
You sure drive a hard bargain, John. All right.
Time to go. I need to think about everything you just told me.
Okay. Boo, boo, boo. What else do I got now? Boo, boo. No.
Christ. Did Yale kill Dunn just because he wanted to call off the fight?
I don't think that makes sense.
I always knew Bobby had issues. But I never thought he'd go that far.
I couldn't say. In my line of work, you really shouldn't jump to conclusions.
But the chest expander, the box in his locker, the marks on my father's neck. It all leads to him.
Okay.
In any case, that doesn't change a thing.
It does, actually. Now we know he didn't kill himself.
My father's still dead, and you still haven't found Bobby Yale. Nothing has changed. Opening the safe and finding my father's will won't help us achieve anything. So please hurry. Time's wasting.
Okay.
Sonia's indifference never ceased to amaze me.
Cool.
But most importantly, why was she so opposed to Yale?
John Blacksad? I think I owe you an apology.
O'Leary.
Apology accepted. But what exactly are you apologizing for?
Listen, I don't think my fellow workers treated you with the respect you deserve. I'm so sorry they wrinkled your suit. The thing is, they didn't know we shared a common goal. Bobby Yale. I want to find him and get to the bottom of this as much as you do, Mr. Blacksad. So please, kindly accept my invitation. Why not share our findings? Come on.
Sure.
Of course. You don't mind me riding in this fancy car with a wrinkled suit, do you?
Aw, I think you look mighty dapper, Mr. Blacksad. Although, if those wrinkles were to rub off on me... I always play it nice and safe.
O'Leary might be a good ally. I got one of his guys with me, or not with me, but
Thank you, Blacksad. You won't regret this. So let's cut to the chase. I need Bobby Yale to fight Stone. There's just too much money at stake. So, I'm offering you my help to find Yale. Let's work together.
What kind of help do you need?
A simple exchange of information. You're a good detective, and I, well, let's just say I have my own ways of making people talk.
deal.
All right, then. Let's work together.
I thought you'd be hard to convince, that you'd appeal to the moral high ground or something. Please, hear me out. Let's say I bet a beer that we find Yale in 3 days, and you bet a beer that we don't. In 3 days, one of us has to buy the other a beer. Is that so bad? We're simply two grown men using our money and free will to conduct a small private exchange. And most importantly, we're not hurting anyone. So, yeah, I run a gambling business. What's so bad about that?
I can't really say.
Well, I can. Nothing. But I'll tell you what is wrong.
The way our government is ruining America. We live in a so-called free country. A place where honest people can make a living, provided they don't hurt anybody. We're not communists. Well, at least I'm not.
I would have never thought otherwise. As for me, I'm not either.
Ha! Well then, you see, we're all among friends. In any case, that's not my point. The government betrays our nation's values by passing communist laws that forbid an honest man like me to make a living without hurting a soul. And that, Mr. Blacksad, is just wrong. I'd even say it's unconstitutional. Do you get my point now?
All right, I get your point.
Ha! I knew you would. When the government passes these laws, there's only one legitimate weapon the people can wield. The same weapon that turned America into a great nation. Civil disobedience. So, as the proud American that I am, it's my duty to disobey.
You're bending the truth to justify organized crime.
Oh no. It might have been organized crime, but not anymore. I wasn't always a boss, you know. No, sir. I started at the bottom, when Lucky Blitzen ran the show. That good for nothing. His was a reign of terror, extortion, violence, you know, that sort of unpleasant thing. When I took over, I decided I'd make people want to do my bidding. Not out of fear, but out of gratitude. I decided to help people so they would help me.
That beating your thugs gave me was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Those poor bastards didn't even know you were a detective, that you were on our side.
Maybe at first. But when they tied me up and beat the socks off me, they knew very well who I was.
Seriously? That goes against my rules. Who was it?
It was just Wilson.
That bastard. Don't you worry. I will have a serious talk with him. I cannot tolerate this behavior. Please accept my apologies, Mr. Blacksad. As I said before, I like to help people so I can count on their gratitude. That applies to fellow partners, like police, or, in this case, a detective. I won't deny this business has its fair amount of violence, extortion, and casualties, but I'd rather leave that to my enemies. And you are not my enemy. And, it looks like we're here.
Well, I'm not a commie, either way. Cool.
Yale's apartment?
Go ahead, search the place. I'll wait down here. When you're done, you can honor our arrangement and share your findings with me. Or not. It's your call, Mr. Blacksad. I'll make sure you're suitably compensated. Wilson, come here.
Fuck this. Beat his ass, boy. What do I got to do now? 1 pizza box.
The worst thing about O'Leary's boys dropping by isn't the beating, but the fact that I can't tell what's theirs and what's Yale's. Can't say this is the ideal drink for an athlete. Then again, it could be your classic bookie thug lunch.
Okay.
17th century French fables. Mayor must be one boring old lady.
Cool. It doesn't clean. Cool.
I'm not sure how Yale's love of pickles will help me crack the case, but it's good to know. A woman's fragrance. Almost angelical.
They might have been able to sing each other then, actually, huh?
That means she's been here recently. But why? What does Sweet Mary have to do with Yale, the murder suspect?
She was lying. Okay. Recently.
Why would you want such a big closet for so few clothes? Unless someone emptied it recently.
Let's see. What's here?
Copy 1 of 3. Do you know any of his relatives?
His father, Avenarius.
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago?
Nice. Weird.
So, you like your mob stories, don't you, Bobby?
That's the same thing. You go.
So, you like your mob stories, don't you, Bobby? Nice chain. Seems like Bobby inherited something more than boxing skills from his father, besides the tendency to vanish into thin air, of course.
Okay.
Judging by the general state of the apartment, they were leading a quiet life.
Okay. I wonder. Because I want to keep Illyria as an ally, but... No, this is fine. Okay. Why can't I not go with Illyria? Okay. Beef.
With people like Illyria, you just never know. I didn't want to put Mary at risk. Why not take her a little something instead?
Why did I... Gotta keep Mary safe. Do I... like... Okay.
I've never trusted angels.
Mr. Blacksad? What a...
Surprise? When they fall, they turn into demons.
Joey told me he was going to spend the afternoon painting the gym and that Bobby would be fixing something up on the roof. So, after I found the body and called the police, I went to Bobby's place, but he wasn't there.
How did you open the door to his apartment?
I think it was already open. Everything is so confusing. I'm sorry, Mr. Blacksad.
No, don't let him.
I'm here to figure it all out. What's your relationship with Bobby Yale?
He was like a son to Joey, and we were about to get married, so, you know.
Okay, I think it's time to set things straight. I know you were cheating on Dunn with Yale. Or was it the other way around?
No. How can you even think of something like that?
How can you convince me otherwise? I found a picture at Yale's apartment. It's you and him on a roller coaster. Care to explain, Miss Purnell?
I'm not white, Mr. Blacksad.
What?
7 of my great-grandparents were white. The 8th was black. According to law, I'm a black citizen, even if my skin says the contrary. Do you know what that means when you're born in North Arlington, Alabama?
Segregated housing, with far worse homes for colored people.
We even have different water fountains, for God's sake. The separate but equal doctrine and all that.
That damn nonsense.
And all the lies. That's why I moved here. No one knows what color my great-grandparents were.
I completely understand you, Mary.
Just think if you were also a woman. He's my nephew, Mr. Blacksad. Joe and I first started taking care of poor Bobby when my sister died. That was when he was almost 15. The 3 of us went on that trip to Luna Park.
So this is where Joe Dunn comes in.
Bobby was the only one who knew about me and Joey. We were afraid that someone would use my past to ruin his career.
It's not the first time I hear that story. You should have told me this sooner.
I've been hiding it all my life. I'm sorry.
Let me look at her first.
Mary smells like... Actually, the whole room smells like a pie fresh out of the oven. So I can't identify any other fragrances.
Okay. Okay.
TV and radio all in one. Where will these mad times lead us?
Okay.
Fresh out of the oven. The whole room smells like pie.
Okay. That it? Yeah, pretty much that's it. Okay.
That cherry pie smells so good. I'm starting to get hungry.
Thanks. I pulled it out of the oven right before you arrived. Oh, where are my manners? I'm the worst hostess in the world. Let me go get a knife from the kitchen. And you must be thirsty. Let me see. OJ? Coffee?
Water's good, thanks. She's wearing the same clothes in both pictures, so she's probably telling the truth.
Don't tell me to just leave.
Sorry, I was going to help you with that.
Why is this dude eating everything, bro? Why are you... What the fuck?
You should open a bakery and sell these pies.
Thanks. Joey used to say the same thing.
I couldn't help but notice a queen-size bed in the room.
You what?
Sorry. I had to make sure Bobby Yale wasn't hiding in there.
Oh, yeah, sure. Joey bought this place. It was going to be our home after the wedding. I left my apartment and moved in so I could save some money.
If he had left his own apartment and moved in, you could have saved twice the money.
I'm no hooker, Mr. Blacksad.
About Sonia Dunn and the ring, I managed to hide the truth from her.
I appreciate it, but at the same time...
What?
No, nothing. Maybe she has a right to know.
Are you sure you don't know where your nephew is?
I've looked everywhere. He's nowhere to be found.
Don't worry. I'll find him.
Thank you.
Your secret is safe with me.
I'd like to believe you.
What else is new then?
Now that there's almost no pie left, the scent has also disappeared. Interesting. Now Mary smells like a huge dog. Mary, when are you going to stop lying? I know your nephew is here. I can smell him.
What? No. I already told you I don't know where he is.
Look, I understand why you're protecting him, but it's in his best interest to end this hide and seek.
You can search the whole house if you want. Go ahead. He's not here.
Okay, dummy.
Wait a minute. She's not the one who smells like that.
Wait a minute, nope.
That's where Bobby Yale's scent is coming from. So, that's why you were sitting there.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Could you step aside so I can check, please?
Please go.
Mary, for Christ's sake, put that knife down, would you?
Leave or I'll...
Mary, I came here to help.
I mean it.
I don't want to hurt you.
Leave her alone!
Bobby!
Ow! 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 Ow!
Oh, it's timed. Oh. How can I fucking do this if I can't fucking... So dumb.
I'm gonna kill you!
Think about Mary, Bobby.
Don't even mention her name!
Bobby!
Call an ambulance. Do as I say. Go on, call an ambulance. Do it now. In the face of a heart attack, there's two things you can't forget. 1, stay calm. 2, 1 chest compression per second. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi. 6 Mississippi. 7 Mississippi.
Bobby! Oh, Bobby! Thank you, Bobby. Bobby. Thank you.
I had lots of reasons to consider this a great day. I had investigated a suicide case. I had discovered that, in truth, we were dealing with a murder. I had found and captured the prime suspect. And I had saved a life. And yet, everything in me screamed that something was going wrong. Terribly wrong.
Pretty good. Pretty good. We got a black eye.
Promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
I want a gun!
What the hell?
Bang, bang, bang!
A fair amount of violence, extortion, and casualties.
I hate detectives.
Bang, bang, bang!
You're dead meat, cat.
That you, Smirnoff?
You seem agitated. Nightmare?
Yeah, I have a lot of those.
Yeah, that makes 2 of us. Anyway, why don't you go home? In his current condition, Yale's not going anywhere. Besides, we'll take it from here.
Who is that? Can we trust him?
I know how to pick my men, John. You I'm not so sure. You promised me you wouldn't intervene.
If I hadn't intervened, Bobby Yale could be dead.
If you had warned me, maybe we could have avoided a heart attack. Anyway, what's done is done. When exactly did you realize that he killed Dunn? Out of sheer curiosity. I'm a cop after all.
To be honest, I'm not so sure Yale killed anyone.
How about the motive? Any ideas?
I know Dunn wanted to call the fight off after something Yale did, but I still don't know what.
In any case, hopefully Yale will tell us more.
Would you let me ask him some questions when he wakes up?
I know you will, with or without my permission, so I'd rather not feel betrayed. In exchange, drop by the station when you can. Your investigation could really help my men. Who, by the way, must be waiting for me to interrogate Mary Purnell. Boy, she was hard to pry from Yale's side.
She's been through a lot in the past days. Be nice to her.
Of course. In spite of it all, we're not just vigilantes. And as for you, we'll get some rest. God knows you need it.
I will. Thanks for the advice.
Tell the nurses to look at that face of yours. You look like a film detective in his last scene.
I'm afraid this film isn't over yet.
For your sake, I hope you're wrong. You're in charge now, officer.
Okay.
I'll send you relief in 6 hours. Understood?
Doctor.
Who are?
Oh, detective. Congratulations. You fared pretty well against that kid. Better than most would have. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Do I look like I fared well to you? We, as a society, simply don't trust reptiles. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is our extended belief that there's logic to that distrust, that it's natural and well-founded.
What's his name?
How's Yale? Is he awake?
Oh, yeah. Go check on him before he falls asleep again. Although, try not to bother him with too many questions.
Will this have long-term effects on his health?
It's too soon to tell. He did have a heart attack after all.
Go away. I don't want to see you. The doctor told me to sleep.
I rarely get to interrogate a suspect with his guard down in a place as quiet as this. Getting the chance to study his body language with no distractions is a rare gift.
Heartbeat. Need to be first aid here.
His heart rate is increasing. It could mean that he's lying, but it could also just be pure, unadulterated rage. He's clenching his fist, a sign of contained anger. He's looking straight at me. If he couldn't hold my stare, I'd think he's lying. But that's not the case. Clenched fist, fast heart rate, fixed stare. He feels some genuine rage towards me. I'm sorry you don't want to see me, but I saved your life, son.
Maybe my aunt feels gratitude. I certainly don't. Luckily, I just got my medication. I'll be snoozing soon.
All right, I'll just cut to the chase. He can't look me in the eye. I'd say he's lying. Is he lying, or did his heart rate speed up out of rage? Is he holding back his rage? Who killed Joe Dunn?
What? Are you trying to confuse me? Joe hanged himself.
He seems about to burst into tears. Is he angry or sad? Why is his heart rate skyrocketing? Is he being honest? Dunn was too short to hang himself with that rope.
So, it's true? He was murdered.
His pupils just dilated. Did I surprise him? Why is his heart rate skyrocketing? Is he holding back his rage?
Okay.
I know the murder weapon was yours.
What? The rope? I don't get it. What weapon do you mean?
Don't play with me, boy. The chest expander.
An expander? I've never had one of those.
All right. Let's just say that I believe you. The murderer killed Dunn with a chest expander and planted evidence to make us believe it was suicide. But he also left enough clues behind to make sure we found the true murder weapon. Then he put the chest expander box in your locker to frame you. Do you know anyone that twisted and who also happens to have a motive?
Oh, I think you might actually fucking cut off here. It's great. Probably gonna. Probably it's just gonna crash, but before it happens, I'm gonna log off now. Been a real one. Pretty good game, but bugs like this are just killing it. Till next time.